Hey there everybody, this box just arrived from the post office. Let's get it open and see what's in there. Wrapped in bubble wrap because this is a used item. Come out. All right, there it is. Can you guess what it is? It's the MK3 MOD. It says OUSN, United States Navy. This is a dive knife, the MK3 dive knife. Look at that. Looks like it's in, at least the sheath is in really good condition. The nylon looks like it's really good. This belt clip here looks really good. And try to focus. There it is. It says USN, if that will show up. Hard to get it to focus, but there it is, USN. It's got kind of a hard plastic grippy handle, and it's my understanding that these are lined with steel and they got like a friction grip. So give me a second here. All right, there it is out of the sheath, and yeah, the knife looks really good, but let's look in the sheath really quick. Yeah, see that? That's a metal liner. It's even on both sides where the blade goes, which I don't know how great I like that because it seems like it would dull the blade. So for me, if I put the knife in this way, I'm going to push up. Come on, focus. I'm going to push up towards the spine when I draw it. And if I push the knife in this way, I'm going to push this way when I insert it or draw it out. Always putting the pressure on the spine, more so than the blade, and that should help at least to some degree. It's got a giant drain hole there because this is a dive knife. I think that goes beyond a typical weep hole. But yeah, and you can pry this metal insert out, but then the knife would be really loose. It's like a spring system, but you can bend it to loosen or tighten the spring however you need, and then you can put it back in, which is a pretty good idea, I gotta say. I like this sheath for what it is. I'm taking this in. It's the first time I ever had one of these. Looks like it's been used. I bought it used, of course. It says the serial number is 2V376. A lot of times you'll see these listed as like the Ontario MK3, and then it'll say 2V376, so you know which one you're getting. This is the older clip point design, which I love. I love that almost like a scimitar kind of look, you know. It's such an extreme clip. And they have a newer version that's a little more of a drop point, or at least the clip isn't so noticeable, but I like this older look. And this thing does not want to focus. Well, this side is stamped right into the steel. It says MK3 MOD O or 0 there. And then, like I said, 2V376 on that side. It's got a forward push cut saw that saws on the push cut. And you can see it's like a chisel shape. It's more flat on this side and then more chisel shaped on this side, and it's meant to cut through aluminum like the body of an aircraft is what I've always been told. It's got a false edge on it, unsharpened false swedge there on the tip, on the clip point there, that you could sharpen if you wanted to put in the time. But this is a very low saber, almost down to the bottom of the blade. It's like full flat, then like another full flat, almost like a Scandi. After that, you know, down to that saber line. But I've been wanting one of these. I put it off, then I'm like, oh, maybe I'll get one. Then I put it off. Finally picked one up. They're made of stainless steel. I'm not sure what grade the stainless steel is. I imagine it's probably like 420, something like that. But that's to make them more waterproof, and I mean more rust proof when you're taking them in salt water or any water conditions. But it's got a generous hand guard. It's not too thin. Like that would definitely do the job. I'm assuming that's stainless steel also. Now this is completely overmolded, so more than likely this is a stick tang that gets bolted in right there. It could even stop back here, and this screw could be for bolting in this solid metal butt cap, which is really nice. I like that big, overly heavy pommel on it that you can strike something with. And it has a little lanyard hole in it there. You can see the light shining through there. It would be a very small lanyard, maybe some really fine bungee cord or something. But even though this is like a hard plastic, it's might be called, I can't remember the name of it, Zytel or Thermarun. There's so many different names for this stuff. But it's got that diamond pattern, like checkerized grip, so it's really grippy. Got a big old belly swell in it. So yeah, fits in the hand nice. That's a nice grip. Fits this way too, because it's just exactly the same on both sides pretty much. Lightweight. I don't know where the balance point is. Probably right behind the guard. Yeah, about right there. And it's just a hair farther back because of the weight of that big old pommel balancing it out. So it's about right there. But let's get some of our own measurements. Okay, before I forget also, it has a black oxide coating. So I want to make sure I point that out. If you haven't noticed already, try to line that up to the tip there. Okay, you're looking at 6 inches on the blade, but the actual cutting edge is 5. About right there. And the overall knife is 10 3/4, just under 11. And the handle on this, where you grip it, is a good 4 inches, 4 1/4 easy. Yep. Because you're probably not going to overlap clear onto the pommel. You'll probably stop in this area somewhere. And the width of this knife is over 1 1/8. It's 1 3/16. Just about 1 1/4, but not quite. And here is the thickest part of the knife. It is a fat 1/8 of an inch. So not super thick, but it is a dive knife. I wonder if this thing floats. Probably not. Okay, it's kind of hard to get that sheath to fit on there without touching anything else. That's 135 grams for just the sheath. If you throw the knife on with it, you're looking at 416 grams. And just the knife by itself, 281 grams. Sheath by itself is 4.8 ounces. I think it's not touching anything. Yeah, about 4.8. And then with the knife, 14.7 ounces. And the knife all by itself is 9.9 ounces. So it is a pretty lightweight knife, even with that big steel pommel on it. got a sheet of printer paper here. Now this is almost like redundant because this is a used knife, but still, let's see if it's sharp at all. It looks like somebody in the past probably worked on that edge a little bit, but we'll see. I mean, hey, I've had worse with these Ontario blades. That's like if you get it at the right angle. That wasn't it. Let's see if it stabs. Definitely a rough cut. Just exactly what I expect from these Ontario knives. Definitely needs some sharpening and some stropping, but it's all right. Okay, here it is beside the Ontario SP2 survival knife. Line that up a little bit for size comparisons. Fairly similar design. This one's got a little bit higher saber, and the clip, it's like more of a bevel here, but less of a clip up. So this has a very grippy, overmolded, rubberized handle, and this has a very grippy, really plasticky feeling handle. But this one has a huge metal pommel on it. So the thickness is, this one's about 3/16. It's a little over an eighth. Whereas this one is at the fattest point back here, it's an eighth. So this is definitely thinner. And here it is beside the Ontario SP46. This one's in 5160 steel. It's a full flat grind, kind of a leaf shape. But it's the SP46 Skinner. Kind of a drop point design, full flat. It's got that rubberized handle, which is super nice. There it is compared to the dive knife, just for size comparisons. And this one isn't super thick. It's 3/16 also, just barely makes it. And it's just a hair thinner, just a hair thicker than this one. This one's just a bit on the thin side. And for size comparisons, here it is beside the newer K-Bar Salabi. Well, I think I covered everything. It's a saber grind, clip point, saw back, stainless steel blade, stainless steel hand guard, stainless steel butt cap. It's got a black oxide finish. It's the United States Navy dive knife, the MK3. And 2V376. But yeah, really neat knife. I've been wanting to pick one up for a while. I'm glad I finally got a good deal on a pretty decent one. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing review.
This is Joe Doomsday, signing out.